All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, night number 4 of the Dirt Leagues Australia and Alpha Finance Midget Speed Week. We come to Kokomo Racetrack, the world famous Kokomo Racetrack, quarter of a mile in distance. Good evening, my name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday evening. Firstly, I want to apologise to the Alpha Finance and Dirt Leagues Australia guys. Of course, last night, very ill. And I want to thank SimSpeed TV for jumping on board at late notice. And of course, a big thanks to Down on the Graphics for covering last night's event at Lanier National Speedway. Of course, I did watch it this morning. And they done a fantastic job. Jay Kennedy and the team, Cameron Dance. So a big shout out to those guys for coming on board last minute. Of course, a new night number 4 here tonight. It's going to be an absolute bell ring. Of course, the day-night transition being released yesterday, and of course you would have seen that last night at Limaland Speedway. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for Kokomo. Night number 4, the penultimate night of the series, and then of course tomorrow night we finish up at Eldora Speedway. We've got, in fact, we've got just about a minute left in practice, so I'll take this opportunity just to step aside quickly. So make sure you click the like and share, and make sure you let everyone know that you're watching. Well, you're going to be watching the greatest show on dirt, and we're going to be coming back in just a few moments time for qualifying. Alright, checkered flag has been thrown on this practice session. Of course, 15 minutes of practice, and now it is time for qualifying. And we had, I think, 52 drivers signed into the pit area for this evening's race. So, once again, we'll have, I think, 5 heat races. We'll have a C main, and then, of course, a B, and then the main event as well. It should be, hopefully, what should be a great night of racing as the penultimate round of the Dirt Leagues Australia and Alpha Finance Midget Speed Week. Of course, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so take your choice on where you want to watch it. Wherever you're watching, feel free to share the link out and get more people enjoying the show, because I think this could be one of the best that we've seen. So right now, top of the speed charts, Jordan McDonnell with a 12.906. Brett Osborne, 13.017. Matt Reed jumps to position 3. Jacob Penno, Nathan Clark jump to position now 4. There's Daniel Hardigan. He goes quick time on the racetrack with a 12.851. Alex Bergeron, the cocky little Canadian, 12.778. I'll get more on the countries in just a moment, because tonight we have 4. We have 4 countries represented, of course, the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So can anyone top Alex Bergeron with a 12.778? Take a look at Alan Tacken on the racetrack in car number 31. We'll have a look at his first lap time. In fact, getting the green flag now. We'll see what time Alan Tacken can do on the racetrack. He's a little tight there. Brett Jr. Morris also on the speedway. Tacken with a 13.902. Not an ideal lap time. Brett Jr. Morris, fresh off a victory last night, jumps to position 2 with a 12.826. Joel Berkeley picked up 2 wins so far at the start of the week, and last night had an incident with another competitor, and that put him out of contention of that one. Try and watch Tom Callahan in the 50 machine. We'll see where Tom can go. Tom jumps to position 3 with a 12.848. Goes down to the bottom side of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Lap number 2. Can it go quicker than a 12.848? No, he does not. Let's look at Ryan Gordon exiting pit road on the infield, and he'll get the first warm-up lap, and then of course he'll get the green flag. 3 drivers yet to qualify: Ryan Gordon, David Sanford and Jimmy Watson Jr. to make up this 52 car field, as Gordon gets the green flag on his opening lap of qualifying. Very close there, Gordo. Little tight on the exit of 4 as well. Gordon 25th quick with a 13.087. And that's going to be a slower lap. That will wrap up qualifying. We've got a minute 20 left on the clock. Yeah, Roach USA v Canada v New Zealand v Australia. Big welcome to everyone on the YouTube channel, of course, and the Twitch stream, along with everyone watching at home on Facebook as well. Of course, tomorrow night we wrap things up at Eldora Speedway. That one I cannot wait for. Of course, just with the last couple of cars not... Now, from what I can assume, why they haven't gone out is they're not in the server. They're registered. They just physically haven't loaded into the server. But at the moment, as it stands, 50 cars have taken a time. 7 tenths, 6.5 tenths, in fact, 0.658 separates first through to 49th. One driver who unfortunately didn't get a decent lap in was Wendy Dickinson. But less than three quarters of a second between your top 49 drivers, and that will wrap up qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We will have 4 heat races here this evening, and of course, let's go through and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for the opening heat of the night. Wait for the cars to get on track. Starting on pole in car number 12, Alex Bergeron. To his outside, the 9 of Joel Berkeley. Inside, run number 2, the 36 of Nathan Clark lines up alongside the 34 of Jacob Penno out of position 4. Starting position 5 in car 71, it's Gavin Sadler. To his outside, the 69 of Luke Sayer. Starting position 7 in the 888, Ryan Gordon. He lines up alongside the 14 of Cam Taylor out of position number 8. Mitchell Piskalik in car 191 will start position number 9, and Mitchell Roydhouse in the 89 will start position 10. Aaron Hodgson in the 45 starts position 11 alongside the 27 of Glenn Ince out of position number 12. And running shotgun in position 13, the 54 of Robert Northway. So that is Heat 1 lineup. Thanks to Wicked Cushion. Make sure you head over to their social media pages, give them a like and a follow, along with our other sponsors here at SimWorks Performance, BK Designs, and Hazza Media. You can find their links all in the Facebook or YouTube links. Check them out in the description. The drivers roll down the front straightaway. They get the 1 to green signal right now. Heat 1, Night 4. The Dirt Leagues Australia Alpha Finance Speedweek at Kokomo set to begin. Berkeley and Bergeron. What a front row, what a battle this will be.
Ready, green.
Off a turn 4, green flag is out, and we're underway here at night number 4. And Berkeley got a great start. Bergeron straight to the top side of the racetrack. Berkeley's going to lead off at turn 2 into 3 and 4. Here comes Bergeron working the cushion. They go 3 wide behind him right now. A great battle for third, but the battle is on for the race lead. Bergeron down low with a slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Berkeley crosses underneath him. They go wheel to wheel. Into corners number 3 and 4. Berkeley through the middle of the racetrack. Picks up the left front. And Berkeley going to continue to lead lap number 2. But here comes Bergeron again with another slide job. Wheel stand by Bergeron. Contact and a crash off of turn 2. But we stay focused on the battle for the race lead. Bergeron now looks to have it comfortably. Here comes Berkeley back to the inside. But Bergeron takes control of the race lead off of turn 2. Sadler into position 3 right now. Then you go back to Jacob Penno, Luke Sayer as well. That's your top 5. Oh, that was Penno very close to Sadler. Top 5 goes straight through to the main event. So right now the bubble spot belongs to Luke Sayer in that 69 machine. Back up towards the front of the field, halfway home in heat 1. And Berkeley is coming in the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Bergeron going to continue to work into the top side of the racetrack. And the Twisted Motorsports, car number 12. Up against the TTL number 9 of Berkeley. You get the feeling right now, Berkeley, he was a 10th quicker on the previous lap, a 12.979. Similar sort of lap times again as they come past the start-finish line, but it's going to be Bergeron. Hangs on. We go on board the 9. Once again, we watch Berkeley and Bergeron continue to put on a great show and a great spectacle here in the opening heat of the night. 1 and a bit remains. They come off at turn number 4. The white flag displayed on the racetrack. Bergeron cut it fine on Berkeley on the exit at turn number 4. This is for pole position in the main event. They get to 3 and 4. Berkeley going to go down low with a slide job. Bergeron anticipated the move. And a great race between Bergeron and Berkeley. Alex Bergeron gets the win. Second will go to Berkeley. Third going to go to Gavin Sadler. Fourth at the line is going to be Luke Sayer, and Mitchell Piskulik grabs a 5th and final transfer spot. Rest of the drivers, will see those guys in the C and B main. Heat 1 complete. Heat number 2 up next on the program, and let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. It's an all-Kiwi front row. Starting on pole, your winner from night number 3 of Lymile Motorsports last night in car number 29, and is your current point leader in the series after 3 nights. It is Brett Junior Morris to his outside in car number 20, Jordan McDonnell. Matt Gearing in car 6 will start position 3 alongside the 22 of Brendan Palmer. Casey O'Connell in the 49 starts position 5, and to his outside it's Cody Lawrence. David Holloman in the 43 starts position 7, to his outside the 51 of Jacob Childs. Daniel Gow alongside Glenn Philpott in row 5. Then you go back to the gutter at James Robbie alongside Damien Butler in car number 8. And Wendy Dickinson in car 37 rounds out this 13 car field. Heat number 2 here at Kokomo, night 4 of the Dirt Leagues Australia Alpha Finance Speedweek. The opening 3 nights have been fantastic. Of course, the first 2 nights you can see right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Night 3 last night, you can check it out on SimSpeed TV. Of course, the final night, tomorrow night, you will be able to watch it again here on Ultimate Dirt TV to find out not only who's going to claim the championship, but who can take out night number 5. Will we see a repeat winner?
Green flag.
Berkeley's been the only driver so far to have a repeat. As green flag is out, and it's Morris alongside McDonnell. They go side by side once again. 3, 4 wide up for turn number 2. Great battle going on for the minor placings right now, but the battle is still on for the race lead. Drivers continuing to go 2 and 3 wide into turns number 1 and 2. Right through the middle, picking up the front end. Oh, that was very close from Casey O'Connell in the 49 car. Heilemann making his way inside of the top 5, right on the bottom side of the racetrack. But Brett Junior Morris, your race leader. Brendan Palmer in the 22 into position 2 at the moment. You go back to Cody Lawrence, David Heilemann, and James Robbie from position 9. He's now made his way into the top 5. Jordan McDonnell, probably the one you wouldn't expect to go backwards in this one, but he's found himself battling for 7th and 8th right now. Back up towards the front as Palmer tries to run down Brett Junior Morris. Brett Junior Morris looking to start on the outside of the front row tonight. Heilemann looking for a direct transfer into the main event. And here comes James Robbie with a move on the inside of Cody Lawrence. James Robbie running the bottom as usual. In fact, goes through the middle in turns 3 and 4. Halfway home, 6 down, 6 to go. Palmer trying to put the moves on Morris in 1 and 2 on the previous lap. Just then couldn't quite get it done. Here comes Heilemann now. Looking outside, inside, trying to get away around that 22 entry. See the track really starting to shine in some places on the racetrack. Heilemann just drove right through the shiny stuff. That's what we call the slick parts. Heilemann with a slide jump into 1 and 2. He picks up 2nd, but only for a brief time because here is Brendan Palmer in that 22. Heilemann, a little mistake in the middle of 3 and 4. Lap traffic now coming into effect right now for Brett Junior Morris. 2.5 to go. Lap car pulling to the inside, letting all those front runners go on by. Car upside down. Oh, look out, boys. Very close for your race leader, Brett Junior Morris, as he got the popsicle sticks in the air. Comes off at turn 4 and the white flag being displayed right now. One more time around this racetrack. Heat number 2. Down the back straight away for the final time in the second heat of the night. And Brett Junior Morris going to continue his great run over the first 3 nights, and he's going to get the heat win. Second going to go to Brendan Palmer, David Heilemann, James Robbie, and Cody Lawrence will get those top 5 transfer spots in the main event tonight. Heat 2 complete. Well done to Brett Junior Morris. We wait for heat number 3 to get on the track. Let's go through your wicked cushion starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, car number 50 of Tom Callahan. To his outside, it's the New Zealand champion of Matt McCutcheon. Inside row number 2, the 305 of Thomas Paul. He lines up alongside the real-life Australian champion of Caden Brown in that number 1 machine. Mitchell G, car number 21, lines up position number 5. And to his outside, the 66 of Matt Reed starts position 6. Starting position 7, it'll be the 67 of Clint Smith. He lines up alongside the 18 of Aaron Kelly. Aaron Humble lines up alongside Murray Howe in row number 5. Then you go back to Carl Hoffman's in position 11, and starting position 12 in car 31, it's Alan Tacken. Norseman, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch, buddy. I appreciate it. Heat number 3, the penultimate heat of the night. Another top 5 straight to the main event. So, some crazy heat racing with the day-night transition in effect at the moment. We are seeing some great racing throughout the opening couple of heat races. Of course, the track not as slick as what we've seen over the first 2 nights, but of course that's due to cutting the practice down to 15 minutes instead of 30 minutes. So we don't get those real black slicks in the black slick tracks in the heats. Heat 3, 12 on the board. Callahan and old chicken legs, Matt McCutcheon. He goes from the top to the bottom side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2 and puts a slider on Callahan. Side by side, now you throw in Thomas Paul for the race lead. McCutcheon works the outside. McCutcheon leads lap 1. He shuts the door going into turns 1. Drifts up to the top of the racetrack. Keep an eye on that 21 machine of Mitchell G. Top 5 go through. That's where Mitchell G sits at the moment. as he gets around the outside of Clint Smith. And he got around Thomas Paul as well, so G went from 5th to 3rd. And here comes Aaron Humble in the 46 as well, so you're about to see a battle for the transfer spot. Nearly 3 wide, they go 3 wide off turn 2. Paul down to the low side, Smith running the inside tires, and that's never good, Clint, look out. Thomas Paul in the 305, outside, inside, through the middle. Now gets a run into turn number 1 and 2. Will he go for that slide job? He slides right through the slick part of the racetrack, picks up the front wheels. There goes Clint Smith upside down. Clint Smith was battling for the transfer spot. Unfortunately, that's going to put his work a lot harder and put him behind the 8 ball for the rest of the night. We'll see what he can do right now. Humble moves into position number 4 over Thomas Paul. There's your battle for the transfer spot. Behind them in the 10 car is Murray Howe, but your race leader back up towards the front of the field in, well, it should be the New Zealand 1 car. Here's Matt McCutcheon, but he runs the 17 here tonight. Of course, multiple New Zealand and Australian champions in the field tonight. Of course, some of the best that we have to offer here. McCutcheon leads off at turn 4 with 4 laps to go. He's got a decent sized gap back to Tom Callahan in the 50 machine. Then you go back to Mitchell G in the Titan Garages car number 21. Aaron Humble in the Speed Nation 46, the black and yellow car. Thomas Paul also out there in position 5. Now, here comes, it is Murray Howell and Carl Hoffman's side by side into turns 1 and 2. And, well, let's just say they are starting to catch the 5th place car of Thomas Paul. Murray Howell works the top. Carl Hoffman's, he runs low, runs through the middle, slides up in front of Howell. Little contact going into 1 and 2 there. Unsettled Hoffman's a ton. Not so much Murray Howell. Paul cuts it down low. We keep an eye on this 5th spot at the moment because this is where the transfer spot. Matt McCutcheon gone. Give him the win. Checkered flag is out. 2nd going to go to Tom Callahan. 3rd is going to be Mitchell G. 4th will be Aaron Humble. And 5th is going to be Thomas Paul. He hangs on. That's good old chicken legs Matt McCutcheon for the win in Heat 3. Well done, Matthew. And our final heat race of the night, I believe. Let's bring up the qualifiers because I'm pretty sure this will be it. Yep, our final heat of the night. Let's go through your Wicked Cushion starting grid. And starting on pole in car number 77, Daniel Hardigan. To his outside, the 44 of Bailey Clive. Starting position 3 in the 99, it's going to be Brett Osborne. To his outside in the 11, it's Trent Vardy. Jared Steen in the 91 starts position 5. Alongside him in car number 4, starting position 6, it's Trent Gosley. Starting position 7, the 30 of Caleb Beecroft. He lines up alongside the 111 of Lewis Clark. Dean Thrower in car 48 will start position 9. Connor McCluskey Young in the 999 will start position 10. Nick Tuller in the 23 starts position 11. Brady Bolbin in the 47 starts position 12. And Jimmy Watson Jr. in the Tri-C Machine starts position number 13. Drivers getting 1 to green right now. 12 laps to distance. Now all starts are on green flag here this evening. Of course, restarts will be controlled by the leader. Yes, Mitchell G's Queensland 1 in the 410 wing sprint cars, yes. There's a lot of talent, a lot of real life drivers in here as well.
Green flag.
12 on the board. Green flag is out. Daniel Hardigan and Bailey Clive. Again, we are already seeing on the opening lap 2, 3 wide. Here is your battle for the lead right now. Hardigan on the top side continues to have it. Here comes Jared Steen working the low side. Oh no, there goes Brett Osborne. And that stacks up, well, pretty much half the field. It almost sort of separates the top 5, and that's where you need to be right now. Steen on the bottom, Clive on the top side. 2nd and 3rd at the moment. Then you go back to Trent Gosley and Trent Vardy. Your top 5. Oh, Hardigan into the wall. Around is your race leader. He goes from hero to 0. Almost gets collected by the 47 of Brady Baldwin. But Hardigan falls back to position number 6. Vardy, oh no, Hardigan in a lap. It has just gone horribly wrong. Jared Steen, your race leader, second. Gosley, Vardy, third. And Lewis Clark now challenging for that third spot on the racetrack. He started P number 9, I think it was. He's up to P4. Transfer spot, that's all he needs right now to lock him into the main event. Oh, Bailey Clive makes a big mistake in 3 and 4. That allows the 44 of Bailey Clive to get that spot. Clive not going to give that one up that easy. Look at how slick this track is getting. Look at the shininess in it. I love it, boys. There's Hardigan. He's just having an absolute Barry Crocker right now. Trent Gosley on screen. Lewis Clark in the 111 into position 3. Look at these drivers just riding the top side of the racetrack. 2 and a bit to go. Jared Steen will start on the outside of row number 2 for tonight's main event, should he not make any mistakes over the final 2 laps. There is the 91 on screen. Made his way through the field, running through the middle of the racetrack now and get the white flag. The final lap of heat racing action here tonight. And of course we go into our C and B main. And that is where it is going to be cutthroat. Checkered flag is out. Jared Steen gets the win. Second will be Trent Gosley, Lewis Clark, Trent Vardy, and Bailey Clive gets that 5th and final transfer spot. Daniel Hardigan, Brady Baldwin, Connor McCluskey-Young, Jimmy Watson, Nick Tuller, Caleb Beecroft, Brett Osborne, and Dean Trower. There you go, Sean Trower. Or would you like it with a Frower? Frower with an F. Alright, your C main, I believe. In fact, this might even be a D main. Let's quickly just check. Apologise for that. It is your D main up next. Let's take a look at your wicked cushions starting grid. D main looks like this. Starting on the pole, car number 67 of Clint Smith to his outside, car number 30 of Caleb Beecroft. Inside, row number 2, the 36 of Nathan Clark. He starts alongside Casey O'Connell in car number 49. Caden Brown in the number 1 car will start position 5 alongside him in car 53, Jimmy Watson Jr. out of P6. Inside row 4, the 14 of Cam Taylor alongside him in car 37, Wendy Dickinson. Aaron Kelly in the 18 will start position 9. The 99 of Brett Osborne starts P10. Ryan Gordon in the 80 888 will start position 11 alongside Daniel Gow in car number 24, or Daniel Go as he likes to be called. And Dean Thrower in car 48 lines up out of P4, scheduled to start P14. Of course, P13 is not in action here, did not grid. Neither did Caden Brown in that 5th starting spot. So Cam Taylor moves to P5, Aaron Kelly moves to P7, and Ryan Gordon moves to P number 9. Ten laps, D main, top 4 advance.
Green flag.
Who has got the cojones to go through the alphabet soup? Green flag, 10 on the board. And already we've got a car running into the back. That's going to be Caleb Beecroft running in the back of Clint Smith. Clark, Nathan Clark now your race leader. 3, 4 wide again for a moment in turns 3 and 4. Clark, Smith, your top 2. Beecroft running the bottom side of the racetrack. How about the 49 of Casey O'Connell right through the middle of that factory cane? Number 49. Oh no, Caleb Beecroft catches the tyres. I think Gordon, Cam Taylor upside down in the middle of 3 and 4 as well. Not sure whether that was contact with Daniel Gow or not, but if it was, heartbreaking stuff. Look at Brett Osborne in the 99 and Ryan Gordon both working the top sides of the racetrack. Smith going to lose one spot on that exchange, but cuts it back down low into 3 and 4. He's going to reclaim second, is he? They go 3 wide for second, third and fourth. Brett Osborne, little out of shape. Gordon gets into the back of him now. Osborne with a big slide job on himself. 3 wide, battle on for the minor placing. Kelly up the inside, slider on Smith. O'Connell still working that outside groove. Great racing here in tonight's C main, 3 wide. Geez, I think we've gone 3 wide for the entirety of this race right now. Kelly finally just going to clear out from him just for a moment by a couple of car lengths, although Smith is going to work back down, and look at how low he is on the racetrack, especially in the straightaways. Comes up mid-track right now on the front straightaway. Smith going to take back second. And now you throw in Brett Osborne, one of these drivers at the moment. Oh, that was a bit of a wheel. O'Connell. He come up the racetrack on Osborne and done a nice little 360, kept it going. He loses that spot, and that's the one spot that you needed to be in. Nathan Clark in the 36. Gone. White flag is out. Final time in tonight's D main. Kelly second, Smith third, Osborne fourth. Top 4 move on. Positions 5 on back. Pack your stuff up. You're going home. Checkered flag is out. Nathan Clark with the win. Second goes to Kelly. Clint Smith home in third. And Brett Osborne will grab that 4th and final transfer spot. Those 4 drivers move on. Rest of the drivers, off you go on your bike. Nathan Clark be a little bit happy about that one, but of course his job is not done yet, because now it is time for the C main. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushions starting grid. On pole for tonight's C main, 15 laps of distance here, car number 47, Brady Baldwin. To his outside, the 89 of Mitchell Roydhouse. Inside row 2, the 6 of Matt Gearing lines up alongside Alan Tacken. Connor McCluskey Young in the 999 will start P5. P6 belongs to the 54 of Robert Northway. Glenn Philpott in the 42 starts position 7 alongside him in the 66, Matt Reed. Nick Tuller in the 23 starts position 9. Jacob Penno in the 34 starts position 10. Damien Butler alongside Nathan Clark in row 6, Aaron Kelly, Clint Smith. And then you go back to Brett Osborne. Now, second place did not grid, so move up the outside row. So Alan Tacken now earns a front row starting position. See what Mr. Tacken can do. $15 laps, top 4 to the B main. Let's keep an eye on Clark, Kelly, Smith and Osborne, your D main transferees. We'll see how they go throughout this 15-lapper. Green flag is out, and it's going to be Brady Baldwin who gets a good start. I feel like I'd be repeating myself by saying going into 1 and 2 with about 2 and 3 wide. Let's look at the 54, Robert Northway using the top side of the racetrack. He's going to junk himself on lap number 1. That's going to be his night done and dusted. Tacken up the inside of that number 6 car. That's Matt Gearing. In front of them, Brady Baldwin, your race leader, picks up the front end. Gearing goes around the outside of Tacken. Now looks to the inside right through the middle of 1 and 2 on Baldwin. He's going to get that spot. He's going to take over the race lead, but well, Alan Tacken in the 31 car going to move his way into position 2 at the start-finish line. There wasn't much in it between himself and Baldwin, half a tenth of a second according to timing and scoring. Matt Reed position 4, but he's got pressure from the 999 of Connor McCluskey Young and that all black 999 car up the inside. Now Kelly, one of your D main transferees, he's up to position 7. He's working through the middle. He's got Jacob Penno in front of him. 5 down, 10 to go. 1/3 of the distance complete. So Matt Gearing, your race leader. Alan Tacken in second. Now timing and scoring up the top is incorrect. It says that Mitchell Roydhouse, because he did not grid, it somehow stuffs it up. But I can tell you, Alan Tacken is in second. Brady Baldwin third. And Connor McCluskey-Young is there, gets a little bump. Is McCluskey-Young from Brady Baldwin. There goes Matt Reid. Switching from the outside to the inside. He's going to pick up 2 positions on that exchange. 3 wide. Oh, there's the 18. That was Aaron Kelly. Looking at a transfer spot. And here's Brett Osborne as well, working to the outside. So those guys, remember, started at the back of the C main tonight. Oh no, Baldwin around, I think that was. Osborne tries up top. Penno puts a little bit of a slider on him. Kelly, position 5. Speaking of 5, there's 5 to go. He needs 1 more spot to continue on this incredible alphabet soup run. Can he do it? He's certainly got the speed right through the middle. Connor McCluskey-Young almost catches an inside infield tire on the exit of turn 2. Look at the momentum that Kelly is getting right through the middle of the racetrack. There is multiple grooves here at Kokomo. Keep an eye on Brett Osborne as well. He is rim right on that cushion on the top side of the racetrack. Entertaining stuff. Aaron Kelly through the middle picks up position number 4. I tell you who might have something to say about that is the 99 of Brett Osborne. That's the Sim Speed Shop entry up top. He is coming at a rate of knots. Aaron Kelly, look out. McCluskey-Young comes up the racetrack. Kind of puts off the 99 of Osborne just a little bit. That may have just helped Aaron Kelly. But I tell you what, the white flag is out. Osborne had 1 chance. And he trod on it big time. Your win goes to the 6 of Matt Gearing. Second is going to be Alan Tacken. Third home will be Matt Reid and Aaron Kelly. He gets the 4th and final transfer spot. He continues on in that number 18 car. So he's gone from the D main. Now he's into the B main. And he's got 20 more laps to find out if he can put that number 18 Titan Garages car into the main event. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushions starting grid for tonight's B main. We go your pole sitter for tonight's B main. In the 191, it's Mitchell Piskalik. He's outside the 55 of Cody Lawrence. Inside row number 2, the 305 of Thomas Paul. He lines up alongside the 44 of Bailey Clive out of P4. Glenn Ince out of P5. Jacob Childs out of P6. P7 belongs to Murray Howe. P8, Daniel Hardigan. P9, Aaron Hodgson. Jordan McDonnell in P10. Carl Hoffman's in P11. P12 is going to be Matt Gearing. Alan Tacken in 13th. Matt Reid out of 14th. And Aaron Kelly, the only driver so far to strap on a pair of grapefruits and ride from the D main into the B main. He has 11 spots to make up. The question is, as Bob the Builder says, can he do it or can he fix it? I don't know what Bob the Builder says actually. It's a complete waste of time. 20 on the board, Piskalik and Lawrence. Green flag is out in your last chance showdown. It is just a scrap through 1 and 2 as drivers jostle for positions. Look at that 51 on the outside. That's Jacob Charles. We got Cody Lawrence in the background in the 55. Alan Tacken got caught up in that. And the big wheel stand from Mitchell Piskalik. Thomas Paul now into the race lead. It is absolutely chaotic at the back here. One driver we are keen to keep an eye on. In fact, there's a couple of drivers, a 20 of Jordan McDonnell. He's had a solid run the opening 3 nights. Of course, the guy that wants to make it in from the D main. Oh, we got a carb save down. I believe that might be Aaron Hodgson in the 45. Oh, McDonnell was a little out of shape on the exit of 4. Gearing turns it underneath him right now. Those drivers go side by side. Gearing, your C main winner. He works through the middle of the racetrack. just how smooth these tracks are right now with the day-night transition. Big wheel stand now behind those cars, and oh, Matt Gearing. Who was that car on the outside? It might have been the 55 of Cody Lawrence. Somehow he made that work. Now, battle for the transfer spot. Bailey Clive in the 44 hangs on. McDonnell goes a big slider. No, he stays in the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Jacob Childs in position 3. Of course, he's got Bailey Clive climbing all over the back of that number 51 through turns 3 and 4. This time, Clive goes through the middle. Childs stays up top and McDonnell follows suit. McDonnell picks up 4th. He can't be too satisfied with that. He needs to pick up one more spot for insurance purposes. Now, McDonnell inside of Clive. Slider into turns 1 and 2. Clive drive back through the middle of the racetrack. McDonnell trying to get to the cushion in 3 and 4. He does so. Clive through the middle again. They nearly rub wheels off at turn 4. Just gone past the halfway stage. Halfway now. 10 down, 10 to go. Your race leader, Mitchell Piskalik, Thomas Paul, Jacob Childs, Jordan McDonnell, your top 4. Bailey Clive, Alan Tacken in 6th. And well, that 31 machine is certainly rolling on the top side right now. Be nice to see that 31 get into the main event. Needs a little bit of luck to go his way at the moment. Jacob Childs holding that final transfer spot. He looks very shaky on the cushion, I'm not gonna lie. Your race leader, Piskalik, down the low side into 3 and 4. Look at how slick and how icy this track looks. Jeez, this update happened yesterday. Looks to be working a treat right now. Here comes McDonnell on the top side of the racetrack. Not afraid to put it upstairs and let her eat. There's every chance of that number 20 machine may just go to victory lane. He gets to the outside on jaw. Thomas Paul. And talk about having a big set of cojones. He stuck it up there, and now he wants to go from 3rd into P1 in a matter of a lap. He cuts it down through the middle, trying to get the run. Oh, there was nearly contact. Slight contact, if any. Slider from McDonnell. Piskalik picks up the front wheels, and now he goes from 1st to 3rd. Childs now looking to get P3. Clive in 5th. Tacken 6th. Hardigan, Kelly, Lawrence, and Carl Hoffman's round out your top 10. There is your race leader on screen, the white flag being thrown. The final lap in tonight's B main. And Jordan McDonnell, what a calculated drive this has been. Through 3 and 4 for the final time in the B main. He will earn himself a spot in tonight's A main. Thomas Paul, he will grab 2nd. Mitchell Piskalik home in 3rd. And 4th will be Jacob Childs. Those 4 drivers, they move on into tonight's A main. Unfortunately, everybody else are going to do what the rest of us are doing, and they are going to have to watch. Alright, we've got a bit of a warm-up session here at the moment. Of course, it won't be too long. So with that being said, we are going to take a quick break, and of course we do want to thank our sponsors. Of course, tonight Alpha Finance bringing you, and Dirt Leagues Australia bringing you the Midget Speedweek night number 4 here at the Kokomo Speedway. Tomorrow night, the final night at Eldora. We crown a champion. Who's going to go to victory lane tonight? We've seen 2 winners over the first 3 nights. Joel Berkeley getting night 1 and night 2. Brett Jr. Morris getting night 3. Night 4 is the big question mark. Just see how slick the track is, and from what we've seen so far in the 4 heats, a D, C, and a B, this track looks absolutely phenomenal and looks very, very racy. Of course, we're going to thank our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV as well. We've got Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, and Hazard Media. Of course, check them out on their social media pages. Give them a like, give them a follow as well. And next week, with the new season started, we can tell you that we have secured sponsorship for Simworks Performance, BK Designs, Hazard Media, and of course, World of Thunder as well. We are Also trying to organise the naming rights sponsors for the starting grid and of course the instant replays. So if you want to get your business out there and you get your logos on all the broadcasts we do here on Ultimate Dirt TV, send the page a message and we can certainly let you know what is available. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. Your A-main for night number 4 of the Alpha Finance Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Speed Week here at Kokomo. Alright, let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for tonight's A-main.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Here we go, starting on pole, Alex Bergeron. Alongside him in caliber 29, Brett Jr. Morris.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Matt McCutcheon and Jared Steen, row 2. Row 3, Joe Berkeley, Brendan Palmer. Row 4, Tom Callahan, Trent Gosley, Gavin Sadler, David Hardeman. Row 5, Mitchell G, Lewis Clark. Row 6, Luke Sayer, James Robbie. Row 7, Aaron Humble, Trent Vardy, Jordan McDonnell, Thomas Paul, Mitchell Piskalik, Jacob Childs, Bailey Clive, Daniel Hardigan, Alan Tacken, and Aaron Kelly. In fact, we must have taken 8 from the B-main. $50 laps on the board, night number 4. We are about to send these drivers in 50 chaotic laps. Who will take out night number 4? Australia v New Zealand v America v Canada. It is green for 50 laps on the board.
God. I'm thinking we're
Caution already.
but I'll leave that up to you.
305 of Thomas Paul. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. So keep an eye on that 305 car just on the outside there in front of the purple car. Got hit from behind there by the 51. Jacob Charles in 51, I believe that is. So back live. Wasting no time in getting this race, getting set to go back to green flag racing this time by. Brett Jr. Morris leads McCutcheon, Berkeley, and Bergeron. Green flag. Oh, that was almost a big blunder. Off the restart, almost McCutcheon. Almost cost a few of the drivers some spots. Or could have been even a black flag. Bergeron right through the middle. McCutcheon. P2 right behind his teammate Brett Jr. Morris. They go through 1 and 2. Steen on the inside of Berkeley. Bergeron into position 3. Berkeley now goes to the top side of the racetrack, as does, I believe that's the Tom Callahan in the 50 machine. Bergeron once again through the middle of 1 and 2. Got Berkeley on his outside now, down the back straight away. Steen on his inside, trying to go the shortest way possible. Berkeley cuts it down low, almost gets into the side of Bergeron.
Caution. Caution.
Caution on the racetrack. Mitchell G in the 21. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. So the outside car in the Titan garages, yellow and black, number 21. It might have just been a case of he was sort of the last man in on what could have been happening in front of him. No, in fact, he just went on all on his own. So there we go, caution number 2. Well, Roach, look, I hope Australia win. If they don't, I guess may the better man win, or the better driver win on the night. Morris, McCutcheon, Berkeley, Steen, Callahan, Gosley, Heilemann, Sadler and Palmer. $11 down, 39 to go. Driving from the top to the bottom. I tell you what, Bergeron had to be careful then because he almost passed Berkeley up the inside on the exit for him. Well, he can't pass. Oh no, someone upside down. That David Heilemann, I believe it might be. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion starting grid.
There, buddy.
A TTL car on the outside. Gosley just stood up. He tried to come underneath him. There was a little contact and Sadler had nowhere to go. That's just a bit of hard racing. There was a contact between Gosley and Heilemann. Back live here at Kokomo. Lights are going to be out this time by. Thanks for the follow, Damien. Appreciate it, bud.
Green.
Bergeron trying to get on the gas earlier. That might even be a black flag because I'm pretty sure he may have been up the inside of Berkeley as they go into 1 and 2. A very committed Alex Bergeron, I must say. Jared Steen now looking to the inside. Look at Callahan work the top side as well. Callahan through the middle of the racetrack. Another yellow. Gonna say this might be Jordan McDonnell. Let's take a look at that 20 car on the outside. He went 3 wide. Just caught that cushion, caught the wall, then it... That's all she wrote. Jordan McDonnell, unfortunately, brings out a caution here. And yes, let's get a hashtag help find Lewis Hewitt. He is missing. He's been missing for 10 days. If anyone can find Lewis Hewitt, please contact Joel Berkeley at TTL Esports. That is a bit of a joke, guys, so don't worry. But if anyone does see him, let him know that we are looking for him. I had to. Green flag is out. 20 down, 30 to go. So we are hopefully going to get dirty for 30 over the remainder of this race. Bergeron looking through the middle of 1 and 2. And there is contact. And, well, we all kept it going. Well done, boys. Bergeron and Berkeley continuing to find themselves in a nice little battle. Although Berkeley was catching. Oh, Berkeley, look out.
It's all on you. You make the call here.
Callahan in the 50. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion into the replay. Take a look at that 50 machine as he gets upside down. Right in front of us in the scoreboard area. And there is 22 laps down, Dean Thrower. 22 laps down. That 23. The 20. We're going to be halfway home by the time we get the green flag. Oh, Berkeley's trying to do his best McFadden impression. New Zealand run 1, 2. Australia runs 3. Canada run 4th. USA run 21st with a DNF.
Green flag.
There we go. Look at how slick this track is getting, and we are back underway, halfway home. 25 down, 25 to go. Slider from Berkeley on McCutcheon. And the New Zealand champ keeps the foot in the bucket and works to the outside. He's going to take back over second as Berkeley. He may have had it for just a slight moment. As here he is, Brendan Palmer in the 22 on the low side of the racetrack. And how about Lewis Clark up the inside and looking for a top 5. And the yellow is brought out. This could be Trent Gosley in the 4 car. Speculation at the moment. That's the 4 car. Just picked up the front wheels there. Is that the 18 car coming through, or is that the 11 car? Is the 11 car there of Trent Vardy just sort of coming through? Back live here at Kokomo. Lights are out on the pace truck. There was 22 to go, but now there is 20 remaining. So I think these drivers might be just a little bit disappointed in not getting a good number of green flag laps, and certainly giving time for drivers to move over it. Yeah, Clint, no, like I said, there are spots available right now, but of course, we're going to go to another caution. The 18 of Aaron Kelly. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. Take a look at that 18 car. Oh, that was a 22. Brendan Palmer, what happened to the 20? What happened to the 20? Oh no, it was Bergeron. I'll talk about nut up. So surely there would have been a black flag there anyway, because he passed on the inside, but oh wow, there was nothing Palmer could do on that one. The 22 was involved. That's 12. Back live, and yes, I have been watching cricket all day, Bob. Thank you very much for noticing. Yes, good question, Clint. Good question. Why is Bob King not racing? That is the big question right now. 16 to go, and I can tell you, there hasn't been a whole lot of green flag laps, and of course these drivers, as they stand back on the gas right now. Berkeley down low. Here comes McCutcheon on his inside. Side by side for second, and who is that coming up the inside? That is the gutter rat himself, James Robbie. Would you look at that run in the bottom? Typical James Robbie fashion. Oh, Steen almost got to the left rear tyre of him. It's going to be hard for Robbie to pick up a podium here, because he's got some quality drivers in front of him. Robbie runs the bottom. Hang on to it, James Robbie. Geez, I know you're trying to look for some moisture and some grip down there, but man, I don't think running over the tyres is where you need to be running right now. 12 to go. 10 plus Chew. Here's 12, and Brett Junior Morris in the 29. Matt McCutcheon second, Joel Berkeley third, James Robbie, and this battle for 5th right now, Luke Sayer, Jared Steen, Aaron Humble, Gavin Sadler, and then throw in Trent Vardy and Thomas Paul while you're at it. Top 5 now, 6, battle for 6, as look at that 4 car pack, nearly 4 wide at the moment. Humble on the low side, Sayer on the outside. Is that Heidelman working through the middle? God, he's 6 laps down and he's still racing. He's an absolute trooper right now. Sayer continues to work high. Morris, 9 to go, looking to go back to back and be the second driver this week to do so. Of course, this is night number 4. Looking to pick up 2 wins in a row. Berkeley's already got 2 in a row. I'll explain the joke later, maybe. Here comes old Chicken Legs McCutcheon in the 17 with 7 to go. And I tell you right now, oh no, why would you? Why? No, 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 no. Oh. Unfortunately, the yellow flag gives us a little bo peep and displayed on the racetrack. At the moment with 6 to go, we're looking at 3, so we might just have 3 laps, or could even be possibly a green or white checker. Oh, that was Berkeley. Let's have a look at Berkeley and see what happened. Trying to find out what happened to Berkeley here. Looks like he may have just gone on his own. Oh. Oof. There we go, back live. Lights are flashing. A green, a white checker. Well, Matt McCutcheon, this is your time to shine, Chicken Legs. Get those skinny legs moving. You got Brett Junior Morris in front of you. And how about James Robb? Boys, I hate to say it, New Zealand 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boy, oh boy, this is a Kiwi shutout right now. Pace car in. We green off of turn 4. Morris, McCutcheon, Robbie, Humble, Sadler, Sayer is the first Aussie home at the moment. Bring it home, Luke. Let's go. Green flag is out. Green, white checker. Caution is out. Race will end. Unbelievable.
Guys, just quickly, just remember, nice and smooth, take in fluids, stay by those fans, do what you can to keep
Let's
cool.
take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Jacob Charles turning the 22 car in front of the field. And with that, Brett Junior Morris goes back to back as he comes off of turn number 4. What was the caution count in the end? And I guess I'm going to say 8. It was 9. 9 cautions. All right, here it is. Checkered flag is out. As now the drivers get to do a few little laps there without a caution being. Brett Junior Morris, your first Kiwi to go back to back. He's going to put it on victory lane. He's going to park it. Thomas Paul, nice job, but you finished 7th. You don't need to be in the photo, buddy. Yeah, Clint. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it goes. Can't have them all entertaining. Let's go through and have a look at Jazza Media finishing results for tonight's main event. Getting the win for the second night in a row, Brett Junior Morris, and he leads all 50 laps. Matt McCutcheon home in second. The gutter rat himself, James Robbie, from 14th up to position 3. However, not the hard charger. Aaron Humble from 15th to position 4. Gavin Sadler rounds out the top 5. Trent Vardy picks up 10 spots, gets 16th, or gets 6 from 16th. Thomas Paul also picks up 11 spots from 18th to 7th. Alan Tacken picking up 15 spots, 23rd to 8th, making himself tonight's hard charger. Trent Gosley finishes home in 9th, and Mitchell Piskalek rounds out the top 10 after also picking up 9 spots. Over the page, we've got Jared Steen in 11th. 12th was Brendan Palmer. Luke Sayer home in 13th. Jacob Childs, David Heileman, Joel Berkeley, Bailey Clive, Lewis Clark, Aaron Kelly, Alex Bergeron, your top 20. And our final 4, Tom Callahan, Jordan McDonnell, Mitchell G, and Daniel Hardigan. We go down to Victory Lane for the driver that does it and makes it 2 for 2. In caliber 29, Brett Junior Morris. Brett, you make it 2 in a row. Another slick racetrack, but it wasn't a race that was fairly easy. You had to work for it.
Yeah, definitely. It was the track was pretty treacherous, real bumpy, and Kokomo is probably one of my worst tracks from in the week. So glad to get the win tonight. Wasn't expecting it. Just coming in tonight leading the points. Just wanted to cruise the bottom and all that, but I just couldn't get the bottom hooked up, so I just ran the top and just kept it straight up there for all 50, and the yellows obviously helped as well because they ticked down the laps. But yeah, just real happy to get the win tonight.
Talk about the yellows and helping you. There was, I think, 9 yellows, I said. So I mean, you're looking at over half the race under yellow. Of course, you guys didn't get to see a whole lot of lap traffic. In fact, you didn't. There was one time where you were about to catch lap traffic, I think with about 10 to go, and Matt was really catching you at that stage. Were you sort of worried that, how fastly Matt was catching you and you guys approaching lap traffic?
No, I wasn't worried at all about Matt. He's my teammate, obviously, and respect him heaps, and I know if he was gonna pass me, he'll be clean. So I would have let him by if he or let him go if he got past me, because looking for the championship, not the win. But obviously he kept it clean. He drove a great race as well. So yeah, real happy to get the Central Sim Racing cars on 1-2 tonight.
All right, day-night transition. How have you liked the new update that iRacing put out yesterday?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it actually. It's always cool to start the night off at daytime, and then obviously it goes nighttime towards the feature. So it's real cool and it looks beautiful. To be honest, I don't even know if it changes much in the track or not, but yeah, it seems to obviously looks nice, so it's always a bonus.
All right, big up 2 in a row, and of course you were the points leader coming into tonight, so you are going to extend that lead. I can't remember who was second or third, but you'll extend that lead going into the final night. What's the mentality going into night 5 tomorrow night at Eldora?
Definitely just finish. I think second and third didn't finish tonight as well, so depending on how the points work out, I might have won the championship, even if I don't finish tomorrow night. So if that's the case, then it will just be a cruise. But obviously tomorrow will just to be same as every night, just keep the car straight and finish, and obviously have some fun as well.
We'll talk about a nice little average here. You got an average of 2, I believe it is. You've had 2 thirds and now 2 firsts. So it's been a very consistent week for you, and good luck in the championship tomorrow night. Of course, we'll be covering that one. But before we get out of here tonight, sponsor shout out to makes it all happen for you.
Yeah, obviously just everyone from Central Sim Racing. Hayden put in a lot of effort on the team and all that. So he's definitely a good team owner and all that. So yeah, and obviously Matt and Peter and Thomas and all that, they've all done their help in the team. So huge thanks to all of them, and obviously you for putting on a good stream, and Zachary and Jordan for putting on a great event. It's been heaps of fun this week. So looking forward to tomorrow night, and hopefully we can put the championship in the bag.
All right, there we go. Brett Junior Morris there, home with the win. Now we'll go down and chat with our second place. He's only got skinny legs. That's why we called him Chicken Legs. It's Matt McCutcheon. Matt, second place. You had a chance at Brett there at a couple of stages late in that race, but Those yellow flags certainly hindered your chances at potentially getting that win.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome race. You know, Brett drove what he needed to do. He kept all four wheels on the ground and drove awesomely. So I was trying to have a crack. You know, it would have been good to throw a couple of slide jobs on him, but he was just quick enough, and I couldn't keep up with him. So good work to him.
There's a couple of times you had a battle there with Berkeley and Bergeron. There was what's it like sort of running the top around here, because it just seemed that your car was on the top side. It was just almost on rails.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. You know, the car was set up so good, just handled those bumps real nice. Because first time I've ever raced Kokomo with bumps like that, and it was it was pretty wild. But the 17 CSR machine was just running those bumps nice, and it was awesome to have a little battle there with Joel. That's pretty cool. Always racing with Joel is always a good sign that you're quick.
The track tonight, very slick, pretty much the whole way around. What was the mentality and going into tonight's feature event?
It was rip the lip. Every time I enter a race, it's rip the lip. So but yeah, no, that sort of track, it was against the board. So if you wanted to be quick, that's where you had to be, and that's where I was. So that was the goal, and that's what I did.
So taking meat off the bones. Not that you got many bones. You haven't got much meat on those bones anymore. Yeah. I've seen what they look like on a Western Stream Spring. Hey, look, congratulations on the second place here tonight. Before we let you get out of here, our sponsor shout-outs, who makes it all happen for you?
Yeah, I'd love to thank CSR Central Sim Racing. Those guys are awesome. Hayden and Thomas and Caleb, those guys are legends. And I'd also like to thank Brett for giving me a nice hot set tonight.
All right, there we go. That was Matt McCutcheon home in second place. We go down to the gutter rat himself. He drives his way from position 14. He comes home in third. James Robbie, the gutter rat himself, making it a New Zealand 1-2-3. James, congratulations on an epic drive on the bottom side. 14th, up 11 spots, position 3. Talk about how you're feeling right now.
Pretty surprised to be honest, Brett. It was pretty chuffed with it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I didn't think the bottom was going to work that well. The car got worse and worse as the race went on, but it I just managed to stay out of trouble and, as you said, run the gutter and skater like a rat and make.
There's a couple of times where I know you were trying to search a grip down there, but I guess staying away from those infield tyres is certainly a good thing, because we almost caught you catching those infield tyres a couple of times.
Yeah, there was a couple of pucker moments there, but I felt like I was getting slower and slower on the bottom. I was washing up mid-turn, so there was actually a bit of a line through the middle of 1 and 2, which I tried to hit, but everyone that was around me, sort of the front guys were fast, but if you could get the bottom right, it was good. But yeah, there was a couple of pucker moments where the car tightened up and I was aiming for a tyre, which killed momentum, but you sort of live and learn from it.
Just to clarify, folks, he did say pucker.
Yes, I'm a Kiwi.
Timmy's having a giggle over here. Track tonight, very tough conditions again, as we've seen all week. How do you go in preparation in trying to get it set up for the rest, or for the A main, knowing that there's going to be a good stack of cars each and every night?
Yeah, I was I don't know if you call it lucky or unlucky, but last night absolutely made a meal of the heat and had to go through all the mains. And that wasn't actually a bad thing, because you sort of got to find where the grip was in the transition, where sometimes going from straight from your heat through to the A main can be a bit of a burden, because you lose sort of sight of the track. So, yeah, I think one of the big things I've learnt this week is just running a low gearing to keep the RPM down and to stop it getting into too much wheel spin. And it's just trying to keep the car straight. As soon as you get into RPM, you lost all forward momentum, and that's where the fast guys are doing it well up the front, is just keeping up momentum and keeping the car straight.
Right, well, look, third place here tonight. Before we get out of here, sponsors, all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
Thanks to Gav and Robert, and we're running out of body panels, so we have to see what we've got left in the shed for tomorrow.
No doubt, I'm sure you'll scrape something up.
Yeah, hope you're feeling better too, Brett.
Yeah, let's just say temperature was about 40.1 yesterday.
Yeah, it's not good in summer. All the best, bud.
Cheers, bud. Well done on third, buddy.
Thank you very much.
There we go. James Robbie there, home in third place. It's a win for Brett Junior Morris as he takes out night number 4 of the Alpha Finance and Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Speedweek. I am being told, now this is not confirmation, but I have been told that Brett Junior Morris has wrapped it up. Of course, keep an eye out on the Dirt Leagues Australia Facebook page for the points update. But as it stands at the moment, we are being told that Brett Junior Morris has already clinched the title with one night to go. Of course, that night is tomorrow night, and we go live from Eldora Speedway for the final night. A big thanks to Alpha Finance and, of course, Dirt Leagues Australia for giving Ultimate Dirt TV the chance to broadcast these races. Of course, we covered night 1, night 2, and tonight, night number 4. Last night, due to illness, Sim Speed TV covered that one. You can always check out night number 4 on night 3 on SimSpeed TV, or nights 1, 2, and 4 right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. The videos and the VODs will be available straight after we end the stream here tonight. You give it about 5 minutes to process, and you can go rewatch all the action here from night number 4 at Kokomo. You can watch night 1 and 2 if you choose. So as I said, night 5 tomorrow night, the final night. It's pretty much secured at Brett Junior Morris's Speedweek Championship with a 2/3 and 2 wins here this week already in the first 4 races. And before we get out of it, of course, we want to thank our sponsors here: Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, Hazard Media. Check out Dirt Leagues Australia, and of course Alpha Finance. Give them a like, give them a follow, all that good jazzy stuff on the social media platforms. Of course, if you want to be part of the sponsorship and be a part of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, send the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page a message, and we can certainly get you sorted out in regards to that. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler signing off, saying we will see you tomorrow night at 8:15 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time here from Eldora, of course, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Good night.